Today, we're going to go on a journey, but not to some faraway place. We're going somewhere way more complex and honestly, way more mysterious, our own inner world. And our guide for this trip, the one and only Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung.
So, let's just start with a huge question. Who are you really? I don't mean your job, or what you do for fun, or who you're friends with. I mean, who are you at your absolute core? It's a question that can take a whole lifetime to even begin to answer.
But what if you had a map for that journey? A guide to all the hidden corners and territories of your own mind? Well, that's kind of what Carl Jung created. His whole framework, which he called analytical psychology, is basically a powerful tool for navigating the deepest parts of ourselves.
All right, so let's dive into this map. Jung saw the psyche, which is pretty much just the total human mind, as having three different but totally connected regions. We're going to start on the surface and then go deeper and deeper. First up, we have the conscious mind, or what Jung called the ego. This is the part of you that's hearing my voice right now. It's your sense of I, right? The bit that's aware of the world, that thinks logically. But honestly, it's just the very, very tip of the iceberg.
Just beneath that surface is the personal unconscious. You can think of it like a personal storage locker for your brain. It holds everything you've forgotten, or maybe everything you've pushed away on purpose. Memories, feelings, experiences. And the tricky part is, even if you're not aware of them, they can still bubble up and totally affect how you act.
Okay, but this next layer, this is where Jung's work gets absolutely mind-blowing. He called it the collective unconscious. Now, this isn't your stuff. This is a shared, psychic inheritance. It's a massive reservoir of universal symbols and experiences passed down from every human who has ever lived. It's the thing that, in a way, connects every single one of us. So what's actually in this collective unconscious? Well, Jung believed it's filled with what he called archetypes. These are basically universal characters or patterns that live inside all of our minds. So, let's meet some of the main players, shall we? You know, the easiest way to think about archetypes is like pre-installed software for understanding the world. They show up everywhere, in myths, in art, in religion, and even in your own dreams. And they pop up across every single culture throughout history. You've got the hero, the mother, the wise old man. They're all blueprints for these core human experiences.
Jung really zeroed in on four major archetypes that are super important for our own growth. First, there's the persona. That's the social mask you wear, the version of yourself you show the world. Then, you've got the shadow. This is where we keep all the parts of ourselves we don't like to admit we have. Our hidden desires, our weaknesses, the darker stuff. Next up are the anima and animus, the unconscious feminine and masculine energies that Jung believed exist in all of us, regardless of gender. And finally, the big one. The self. This is the ultimate goal, the complete, balanced, and whole version of you.
Let me give you a perfect example of how this works. Think of someone who's always super confident, always has it together. That's their persona working overtime. But beneath that polished mask, their shadow could be full of deep insecurities or fears that they keep hidden, maybe even from themselves.
So, we've got the map of the mind, but Jung also gave us a sort of personal compass. His theory of psychological types is all about helping us figure out our own unique way of being in the world, and it all comes down to how we direct our energy.
It all starts with two basic attitudes. Extraversion means you're oriented towards the outside world. You get your energy from being around people and doing things. Introversion is the opposite. You're oriented towards your inner world, and you recharge your batteries with quiet time and reflection. And remember, this is a spectrum, right? Nobody is 100% one or the other. We all just tend to lean one way.
Now, on top of that, Jung laid out four functions for how we process information. Two are about how we perceive things. There's sensation, which is all about the concrete facts, what is, and then there's intuition, which is about seeing patterns and what could be. And the other two are for making decisions. You've got thinking, which is logical and analytical, and feeling, which is based on personal values and how things affect people.
The real magic, though, happens when you put these together. So for example, an extroverted thinking type is someone who gets energized by being with people, that's the extroversion, and uses logic to make decisions, that's the thinking. You can probably picture it, a manager who just loves running big meetings and makes every call based on cold, hard data. That combination of attitude and function is what makes up our unique personality profile.
So all of this, the map, the compass, the archetypes, it's all leading somewhere, and that somewhere is the ultimate destination on Jung's map, a lifelong journey he called individuation. This is the quest to become your true, whole self.
Okay,
So how does this actually work? Well, it's not easy, that's for sure. The first huge step is you have to confront your shadow. You have to really look at those hidden parts of yourself without judging them and just accept that they're there. From there, you start to integrate other unconscious bits, like finding a balance between your inner masculine and feminine sides. And every step you take brings you closer to the self, to a state of being truly whole.
Here's a really powerful way to think about it. Imagine someone whose entire life is about making other people happy, a really strong persona, right? Through this process of individuation, they might finally come face to face with all the hidden anger they've pushed down into their shadow for years. And by accepting that anger, they don't become some angry monster. No, they become more authentic, more balanced, more real.
And that, right there, is the beautiful heart of all of Jung's work. The goal is not to become perfect, it's to become whole. Individuation is about bringing all the different, sometimes contradictory, parts of yourself together so that you can live a more balanced, harmonious, and truly authentic life.
So we'll leave you with this final thought for your own journey. With Jung's map in hand, what unexplored territories are still waiting inside of you? And what part of your own shadow have you yet to meet?